Hey guys, welcome back to Basant's Kitchen. Today I am doing the most requested recipe. We are doing tandoori chicken biryani. But before we get started, I wanted to mention a few things. People get caught up in food and it's so difficult to cook and so hard to cook. I want you to think of food as a little bit of a math equation. Picture the recipe in your head as you're reading it because you have to layer it down. Think about the amount of oil, the onions, and it's one layer after another, and in the end, you'll have an awesome dish. Having said that, let's get this awesome recipe started because it is Basant style. So I'm gonna go over the basic ingredients really quick, but as usual, I'm gonna have the entire recipe posted from the biryani masala to the marinade mix in the description box. We're gonna use 3 chopped onions, 6 cubed Roma tomatoes, 1 cup whipped yogurt, and over here, we have 5 pounds of thigh meat and I left the fat caps on. So the reason I left them on is we're gonna do it in 2 steps, actually 3 steps. We're gonna marinate it, then I'm gonna par bake it, and then I'm gonna put it on the charcoal. So what happens is when you put it on the charcoal, the heat is gonna directly melt off the fat and the chicken is gonna be nice and juicy and super tender. It's a cool step because it is Basant style. We have 3 glasses of extra long aged basmati rice royal chef, soaking, garam masala, red chili powder, salt, turmeric, black cardamom pods, cinnamon stick, bay leaves, coriander powder, garlic ginger paste, and everybody's been asking me what kind of food coloring I use. So I figured I'll show you guys. I use SAWAD food coloring. We have red and yellow because I use a little red color for my tandoori chicken because red color makes tandoori chicken, and yellow food coloring to just color the rice on the biryani. And once again, in the description box, I'll write the recipe to how to make the food coloring because you make the basic food coloring following the instructions, and then you add saffron, oil, and lemon juice, which enhances the color by 1000%. So now we have all the ingredients in, I think it's time to make our awesome recipe. So I'm gonna start off with marinating the chicken first, and we're gonna leave it in the refrigerator for about an hour, hour and a half while we make the masala and boil the rice. Once that's done, we're gonna bake the chicken and we are gonna grill it. So this is a spice mix I'm using. I'm gonna tell you roughly what I'm using for dry spices. I have 1 tablespoon salt, 1 tablespoon cumin powder, 2 teaspoon garam masala, 1 tablespoon red chili, and 1/4 tablespoon of turmeric powder. So this is the dry masala. We're gonna put this in, and now we're gonna move on to our wet ingredients. So which I'm gonna use 6 tablespoon oil. So remember, if you like it spicy, you can make it stronger. The recipe is not a permanent thing. I always recommend people to give it your own touch. Now we're gonna use about 6 tablespoons of lemon juice. I'm gonna squeeze about 1 big lemon. Okay. Take the seeds out really quick. I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons garlic ginger paste. And 1/3 cup red food coloring, and it's optional. If you guys don't like food coloring, you can just totally skip it, but how are you gonna know it's tandoori chicken if it's not red? It's gonna look like regular chicken biryani. So you mix it in good. So you see, I had double gloves on. So we mix chicken, we take the glove, we put it on the side, and our hands are still clean and we still have gloves on, so we have no cross-contamination. Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator for about an hour, hour and a half. If you want, you can also leave it overnight for max flavor, but about hour, hour and a half, you're good to go. Then we're gonna bake it and we're gonna grill it. Down about 1.5 cup of oil. And remember, excess oil we're gonna get rid of, and we're gonna heat it up really, really hot to golden brown our onions. So I'm gonna add the onions in the oil, ouch. And just make sure that oil is nice and hot. Stir it in. Now we're gonna leave it to brown up. And so we're gonna leave it to brown the onions. We have to get a nice golden brown. The cool thing about this is that we can make the masala at the same time because we're gonna cook the chicken separately. so you don't have to wait. So it kind of relatively cooks a lot faster. Onions are ready. I'm gonna add tomatoes. And I'm gonna start all the ingredients in at the same time because we don't have to wait for the chicken to cook. So we're gonna cook that separately. Add 2 tablespoons of garlic ginger paste. Have the spice mix ready for the biryani. We have 1.5 tablespoon red chili, 1.5 tablespoon salt, 1.5 tablespoon coriander powder, 1 tablespoon cumin powder. We have 1.5 tablespoon turmeric powder, 2 bay leaves, 3 cardamom pods, and 1 cinnamon stick, and it's going in. Tomatoes and onions give out this beautiful smell. Lets you know you're cooking biryani. So now we're gonna very gently fold it and let it cook on medium heat. Oil has to separate, everything has to cook down, and the masala has to be super tight, like really tight. We're gonna discard the oil, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go check on the chicken because it's been in for 20 minutes. We're gonna take it out, and we're not gonna let it rest. We're gonna just put it on the grill so it chars right away. For the rice, we got the first boil out, and you don't want it to be cooked all the way, and you don't want it to be cooked underdone. Just about 85%, and this is perfect. Gonna take it off the water. Chicken is ready. It's been sitting in the refrigerator for about 2 hours. I took it out, I put it on the baking pan. My oven is ready at 400 degrees. I'm gonna leave it in there for about 20-25 minutes so it can par bake, and then we're gonna finish it off in the charcoal grill. And I'm gonna show you, that is my favorite step, and yes, my t-shirt is matching my chicken. That's how we roll. So we have the tandoori chicken baking for about 20 minutes in 400 degree oven. It's nice and ready to go on the grill. So let's get it done. Have the grill nice and hot. It's at about 400 degrees. What we're gonna do is, now take the top side down. The side that has the fat cap, put that down first, because you want that to cook really fast. Wow. You can smell the chicken. You can tell the heat has activated the fat. See, it's cooking. So what you do is just flip it, cook the bottom. You see, fat's burning off. And it's gonna give this nice smoky flavor without putting it in the tandoor. All right, the chicken is ready. And wow, look at the gorgeous char it has. And it was done in half the time. Because that's the trick. It's about cooking it without making a hassle. And this, I cook this for my catering, I cook it for my live events. Look at this, how beautiful the char is. And look, the fat burns off and it gives like it just came out of the tandoor, but it is nice and juicy and moist at the same time. Guys, tandoori chicken is ready, and look how beautiful it came out, and it smells amazing. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna cut it into slices. But the most important thing is after you grill it, you have to let it sit for about 10-15 minutes, because if you start cutting it right away, the chicken's gonna start falling apart. Let it set in, let it cool down a little bit, and then cut it. And not just big cuts. This is about what you want. Alright guys, the masala is almost ready. I want it to dry up completely. No moisture. I want it to be completely dry. This is almost there, maybe a few more minutes, and this is exactly what you want. And all this excess oil, we're gonna dump it all out, and we're just gonna use the masala, because moisture is what kills your biryani. You want it masala to be nice and tight, exactly like this. This is perfect. The chicken we cooked, we sliced, and it's ready to go in the masala. But before, I'm gonna show you, this is what you want. Nice and tight. No moisture, nothing, just masala. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna add tandoori chicken in it. And now what we're gonna do is it's gonna hydrate. It's gonna take in all the extra flavor. See, I balanced the seasoning out for tandoori chicken with the masala, because you have to see, masala itself has a lot of seasonings. So it has to be equaled out, because it cannot be super spicy. Yes, it is a spicy biryani, but it cannot be really spicy that you can't eat it. This is it. Masala is ready and it looks gorgeous. You have to see, how tight the masala is. All it's gonna do is gonna stick to the chicken. When we put it on rice, it's gonna stick and there's nothing gonna be wet that's gonna overcook your rice when you put it on dum. This is exactly what you want. Whenever you hit this, that means your biryani is gonna be perfect, Basant style. The whole biryani station ready. Rice, empty pot, masala, cilantro, and yellow food coloring. This, whenever I make biryani, this is for some reason my favorite part. This tells you it's over, it's almost time to eat biryani, and now I don't want to wait. Let's get it done. Look how nice and tight the masala is. No moisture. I like fresh cilantro in it. It just gives that nice, fresh, clean taste to it. But if you don't like it, you can totally skip it. But something I love doing. Biryani is made. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make our traditional salad. Cucumber with sliced tomatoes, onion, that's a rough chop. Gonna throw every single thing in. Gonna season it first with lemon. I like lots of lemon. Put one more lemon in it. A whole lemon would that's fine, but if you don't like extra lemon, you can just do half. My favorite. Salt, about half a tablespoon or 2 taste. Pepper, same amount. I like extra pepper, extra salt. And now we go to town. This is what makes this salad. My dad used to make this every Friday. It's to be my favorite thing. Here we go side to side. And look at that. I want you to look at the grain of rice. Wow, that's hot. The thing I love the most about this biryani is how beautiful the colors come out. It has white, it has yellow, it's red and green from the cilantro. It's just everything Basant is all about. This is it, guys. Biryani is ready and it looks and smells amazing. Chicken came out perfect. Rice is gorgeous. We're serving it with green raita and cucumber. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this recipe because I had a great time making it. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share, and we'll get you guys next time, Basant style. So take it for a spin. Wow. What a flavor. It's spicy. I can eat this whole pot by myself. Amazing.